Hey Cacher, Derek here, Baker 6 Clan. Last week we started on the prototype for the hidden drawer. This week we're going to continue and we're going to do the walls and one of the possible puzzles. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to continue our build on the secret drawer. Last week we went in and did the mechanism on here, got where the drawer is going to open and did all that. This week we're going to be building where the actual door is going to go. We're going to have the puzzle that we're going to get to here in a little bit, but then we're going to have the front and then the top. Now I'm going to leave this side open because, like I said before, this is a prototype. This is to make sure how it's going to work and everything, and I want you to be able to see how this mechanism is going to work. Now I'm only going to be doing one possible puzzle today. I might mention a couple others, but there are so many different ways that you can get this latch to open, but we're only going to do some really simple ones today. So let's go ahead and get the walls built for this cache. All right, so now we have our roof, we have our front door, we have the panel that's going to go where the puzzle's going to be, we have our fake door where, of course, it slides out, and then on the other side, I have it open so that we can see the mechanism and how we're going to be able to do all of this. Now, the puzzle, that's the part that we really need to work on. Now, probably one of the easiest types of puzzles that you could do would be to have a whole bunch of different holes through here, and you use some sort of tot, and then you push it through the hole to hit that mechanism. That's a great puzzle, and that's a really cool and easy way to do this if you didn't want to do a lot of different things. But what I want to do is actually make a push button. Now I'm going to make this push button from a bolt and a spring and a nut that's going to go on here that's actually going to hit that latch to release this mechanism. Now I'll go ahead and admit the door does not fit as well as I would like it to, but remember, this is only a prototype, so this is not the one that's going to be going out in the field, and I'm just trying to play with some ideas of how this would happen. So what I need to do now is go ahead and create the button that's going to release it, and then probably add some red herrings throughout the rest of the board itself. So let's get that button built. Now the crucial hole is drilled so that I can put this bolt in to be able to hit the latch itself. Now one of the things I'm going to have to come back and do is I'm going to have to take the bolt and I'm going to have to file down the threads off of here so it's going to slide really easily through the wood. Yeah, I know they make some bolts that can do that, but I wasn't completely sure of the length when I was putting this in here. But like I said, this is a prototype, so I can kind of tweak this out, and then if I can find the right bolt to put in there, I can do that later. But so what I'm going to come back now do is I'm going to take the bolts that I have and I'm going to file off the threads to the depth that I need to make sure that it slides back and forth real easily in the wood. All right, so now I've gotten the threads off there, and it is really easy to make this button. All you have to do is take the spring and thread it onto the bolt all the way to the end. Once the spring is on, then you're just going to take the bolt and put it into the hole that you already have drilled in the birdhouse. Then you're going to take the nut and put it onto the bolt and screw it down to the correct depth that you want that spring to be. And of course, if you want a little bit more surface area out the edge of that bolt to make sure that you hit that latch, you can always put another nut on the end of it. Once you get the button the way that you want it, whether you add that extra nut on there or not, it's however you want it and how difficult that you want it. That button is ready to go. And all you have to do is come up and you push it, It opens, you sign it up, sign the log, close it back up, it's secure, ready for the next cacher. Now, this is just a very simple way of being able to use one of these buttons. And I wanted to create a button like this to show that pretty much anybody can make this button. And really, if you use the different type of bolt where it's already smooth, you won't even have to file it down like I did. But this is just a really simple concept. This is the prototype. I don't know if this one's not going out in the wild. It's not the really good wood that I would put out there, but it's kind of a proof of concept. Now, I really hope that you've enjoyed this. I also want to let you know that in the description is the link for that release system that I used to be able to sling this door open. So that's in the description, so check that out. I really hope that you've enjoyed this. Leave me a comment and let me know if you've seen one of these buttons before, or if this is something that you would like to do. Now, if we added power to this, there's a whole bunch of other puzzles and things that we could do with this that could be really cool as well. But this one requires no power, and I kind of wanted it that way for this first one. All right, I hope you really enjoyed today. Thank you for joining me, but don't go anywhere. Go check out another one of these videos just right over here and find the story behind the cache.